I'd like to share with you my homemade mix for carburetor cleaner. This works well if you need a lot of carburetor cleaner, like a gallon or 4 liters or large quantities anyhow. But today I'm just going to need a little bit just to keep on hand, and I'll use a 1 liter can right here. So to make this, you're going to need toluene, methyl hydrate, which is methanol, and acetone. And with the toluene, you use 35%. And in this case, because we're doing 1 liter, that equates to 350 milliliters of that, 350 milliliters of that, and 300 milliliters of the acetone. And that'll give you 1 liter. Now, probably gonna have a little left over because this isn't quite a 1 liter can, and you're not really supposed to fill vessels to over 80%. But this can should be built to do that. Anyway, we'll see what turns up. If it overfills, well, it overfills. So, and you'll also need some type of measuring vessel, and I use a marker and a small funnel. So let's get set up here. We'll take the cap off of the 1 liter can, put our funnel in. Now we're going to measure out 175 milliliters twice, because this won't go to 350. So we'll do 175 twice for the toluene. And there we go. I have my glasses on so I can actually see it, which is kind of nice. There we go. 175. Into the can she goes. Look at that. Nice clean. Man, this stuff smells good. Oh. All right, in we go. Another 175 right there. Spilling a little bit. I'd like to know if anybody knows of a way to keep these from spilling. Man, they're poisoned that way. You can't pour when they're full, especially when they're brand new. All right, on to the methyl hydrate after my little rant about the cans. Sorry about that. On to the methyl hydrate, same deal. Now this is a little heavier, so I'm going to put it down, leave it down, or I'll end up dropping the whole thing. Sorry if I'm out of view here. So 175, right there once. In the can it goes. And one more time, and that'll give us 350. So that should give us 700 milliliters in our little can here. Now, this is the one where we'll find out whether we have room left or not. All right, so 300 mil of the acetone, which will be 2 150s. I'll pour it a little slower on the final 150 to make sure it will fit. I mean, if it's off a little bit, this isn't an exact science. I just find that mix works quite well. So there's a 150 of acetone. And then I'm going to do one more 150 of acetone. And whatever I can get in that can without overflowing, I'll call it a day on it. All right, acetone is in. You could mix them equal all the way across. So if you wanted to, I'm sure it would work just as fine. But that's just how I've come to do it. So this is the final straw of acetone. It looks like it's okay. Perfect. Fits in there very nicely. All right. Take the funnel out. Put the lid on. And a little rag. I'll clean up here a bit. And you're going to use the marker next. You're probably wondering what the marker's for. You probably already figured that out. Ooh, that's dirty, that bench. So, marker, because if you're anything like me, you will forget what you put in that can. You should be having tags on them, but there is no way to attach a tag to this, so I mark on it. So I'll just mark on it Carb Cleaner. I know what it is, but that doesn't mean someone coming behind you won't, or will rather. So I'll go toluene, 35%. Methyl, 35%. Oh, sorry. And acetone. So that was 30% of acetone. And there you go. So there's my homemade carb cleaner. Give it a whirl if you like. It comes into, it's hard to give numbers on the internet when you're talking global on what this costs, but in Canada, I figured it up, and this saves, if you're buying, like, if you're making a gallon or like 4 liters, or US gallon is 3.78 liters, and that's what these are. That's what these containers are, is 3.78 liters. So that's 1 US gallon, approximately. So if you're making a gallon, to buy the parts cleaner basket from the company that sells them in a gallon container, that's 2.8 liters in those. They aren't even a full US gallons, 2.8 liters, because there's room to put your part in. It's 50, up here in Canada, or where I'm living in Canada, Saskatchewan, the cheapest I could find it for was $54. So I can make the same amount for half the price. So this liter is a quarter of that again. So half the price, 25, so 25%, it's under $10 for, which is 1 liter, which is about a quart, really, roughly, approximately. They're not exact. Anyway, that's my home brew for my carburetor cleaner. I hope this comes in handy, and see you the next time.